Welcome back to Ghost Pirate Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today I give you 10 more recommendations on Tubi. And let's get to the list.
I can't die here.
So don't.
Green Room is a 2015 horror thriller written and directed by Jeremy Solner. It stars Anton Yelchin, Imogen Poots, and Patrick Stewart. The story focuses on a punk band who find themselves attacked by a neo-Nazi skinhead group after witnessing a murder.
Holy shit.
I told you to follow. Stop! No!
This is such a raw, powerful, disturbing movie. It's honestly one of the very best A24 movies as well. The cast is what really make this movie shine, and they are all brilliant in this. They give emotional, wrenching, just disturbing as hell performances because it really focuses on these individuals because they're trapped for the majority of the movie in this green room trying to figure out how to get out. And Patrick Stewart is the main villain in this, and he is absolutely terrifying as a villain. It's crazy because all the years of watching him on Star Trek, I would never ever picture him being this evil, corrupt, and horrible. But he pulls it off brilliantly. This is just an incredibly written and directed movie that I highly, highly recommend.
The Children.
The Children is a 2008 British horror movie, directed by Tom Skankland and based on a story by Paul Andrew Williams. It stars Hannah Toynton, Eva Berthistle, and Rachel Shelley. Two families gather at an upscale English estate in late December, but things turn deadly when the children contract a disease that turns them into brutal, psychopathic killers. So before I get much farther into this list, I just want to let you know that this was not intended as a Christmas movie list per se, but there definitely are some that are connected in one way or another to the holiday season. And this is one of them, because it's not really a Christmas movie, it's more taking place before New Year's, but it has that Christmassy, whiteout, snow everywhere holiday vibe to it. But the reason this movie is on this list is for a few years, whenever I hear about holiday movies, I always hear about this one. And it's funny because it isn't really connected to the holidays, but it is just a little bit enough that it could kind of go in those lists. But this is a haunting, just terrifying, absolutely fucking savage movie because it just continually ramps up with each part of this movie, getting more and more brutal as it gets to the ending that is absolutely jaw-dropping. This goes into some really surprising, horrific areas, things that I did not expect them to do. But it's expertly put together in a way that'll just chill you down your spine. So I absolutely recommend that you add this one to your list.
I got you.
Why can't exes just go away?
Better Watch Out is a 2016 psychological horror movie, directed by Chris Peckover from a script he co-wrote with Zach Kahn. It stars Olivia DeJonge, Levi Miller, and Ed Oxenbould. The story is about a teen girl who is hired to babysit a 12-year-old boy during the holiday season, until she is attacked and must defend herself against unwelcome intruders.
What was that? Oh my god.
Get away from the window.
There's someone there.
This movie is so surprising because I remember a few years ago when I first saw this and I heard some people telling me it's really, really good, but I did not expect it to get me as well as it did. It takes some crazy twists and turns and does things you would never expect it to. It's a lot of fun while being absolutely brutal and savage at times as well. It's absolutely saturated in the holiday vibes, so it's a great one to check out this time of year. So if you go into this movie without having it spoiled, I can pretty much guarantee you'll be entertained. Catacombs is a 2007 subversive horror movie, directed by Tom Coker and David Elliott. It stars Shannon Sossamon and the famous musical artist Pink. The plot follows a young woman trying to find her way out of the catacombs under Paris, while being pursued by an unknown killer.
Welcome to the catacombs!
Is this legal? There's nothing about this that's legal.
I remember seeing this years ago, back when it first came out, and I just assumed, I kind of chalked it up to something that I remember kind of enjoying when I saw it, but I didn't remember much about it, and just figured it was another one of those mid-early 2000s cheesy, not the greatest movie with a lot of hot teens, no plot, no dialogue really, and just a pile of garbage for the most part. So every time I see it on things, I just kind of brush it aside and don't think twice about it. But for some reason last night, I got a hair up my ass and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna check this movie out. I was wanting to just kind of watch something that I didn't have to think much about and just kind of relax to. The list was pretty much already put together. But this movie absolutely surprised me. Does it have some of that cheese from that era? Yeah. Is some of the dialogue cringy as fuck? Definitely yes. And is the acting not the greatest at times? Yes, definitely yes. But this movie looks fantastic. And the killer, the attacker, the unknown assailant, his look is badass, and the plot and twist it takes and the different things that it does, I thought made it a lot of fun as well. Is this an all-time game changer? No. But if you're in the mood for a fun slasher with a lot of weird twists and unique style to it, this is one you should definitely check out. Anna and the Apocalypse is a 2017 British zombie Christmas horror movie. Directed by John McFall, it stars Ella Hunt, Malcolm Cumming, and Sarah Swire. When a zombie apocalypse threatens to take over the town of Little Haven, Anna and her friends must sing and dance and fight to survive. This movie is a lot of fun. It's definitely not anything to take serious whatsoever, and that's what makes it so fun. I'm not someone that likes musicals at all. And especially something that kind of makes light and it's a little bit of a spoof on horror movies, that doesn't at all seem like something that I would enjoy. So I don't blame you if you've seen this, trailers of it, and just kind of brush by it. But I'll tell you what, I think you would be absolutely shocked at how entertaining, how funny, and just how much all-around fun this movie is. In a really great way. It's stylish and colorful, and just a great festive movie for this time of year for all of us horror fans. So do yourself a favor and check it out.
There's no place like home.
Yellow Brick Road is a 2010 independent horror movie. Directed by Jesse Holland and Andy Minton. It stars Cassidy Freeman, Anessa Ramsey, and Laura Heisler. It's about an expedition to find out the fate of an entire town that disappeared into the wilderness 70 years earlier.
Nobody will talk to us.
There is no trailhead.
But there is a trailhead. There's even a marker. It says Yellow Brick Road.
Someone tell you all not to talk to us?
This is such a strange, bizarre movie that I wasn't sure I was even enjoying it until I just kind of found myself engrossed into it. And it takes so many just bizarre twists, things you're not gonna expect. And even the ending leaves you kind of going, I don't even know what to think. But that's the kind of movie that I know a lot of people, including myself, just have a great time with. These brain teasers, these things that just really make you think and trying to figure out what the director was trying to say, what the writers were trying to say, and just what this movie in general feels like, means, and all of that. And it gets incredibly gory and graphic and disturbing along the way out of nowhere at times. In general, this is not a movie to blow your mind with. It's a small indie movie, but it's a very artistic, creative project and one you absolutely should check out. Howl is a 2015 British horror movie, directed by Paul Hyatt and starring Ed Speleers, Sean Pertwee, and Holly Weston. Ticket Taker Joe oversees the last train out of London for the night, when suddenly the train comes to a halt after hitting something unknown on the tracks.
I'd like to welcome you aboard the 2359 service to Eastborough. Tickets, please.
Seems we hit something on the line.
This is one of my favorite little talked about creature features. It's pretty much always available on Tubi, at least as far as I know, it's pretty much always there. And yet surprisingly, I still never hear anyone talk about this movie. It's got fantastic creature designs in it and a lot of really fun elements to that. It gets creepy and spooky and moody and atmospheric as well. It's not perfect and does have a few flaws here and there, but for a small creature feature, it's a lot of fun. It gets brutal and savage and gives you a legit creature. It's not one of those movies trying to trick you to make you think there's something and then in the end it's just people going crazy. No, this is an actual creature that's gonna come out and eat motherfuckers. This is a fantastic little gem that you most definitely need to see. Await Further Instructions is a 2018 British sci-fi horror movie. Directed by Johnny Kevorkian, it stars Sam Gittins, Grant Masters, and David Bradley. The film follows a dysfunctional family who wind up entrapped in their house on Christmas by a black substance while receiving mysterious instructions on their TV.
Someone's locked us in. What do you want about?
They're all the same. Who would lock us in?
Hello!
I discovered this last year. After putting together my best holiday movie list, I had a few of you guys telling me, you missed this one, you missed that one. And this is one that a few of you told me about. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I was totally impressed by this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's creepy. It's got the sci-fi element, but it also has plenty of horror. It's disturbing while really giving you this great little mystery the whole time. Because through the majority of this movie, you're left guessing and trying to figure out what is going on. Because it really keeps you in the dark, just like the family, trapped inside of this house without having any way of knowing what's going on in the outside world. But little by little, you get these little clues, these little glimpses, these little things until this ending that is just absolutely batshit bonkers that won't be for everyone, but people like me that enjoy really over-the-top, wild sci-fi horror stuff, you're gonna eat it up with a fucking spoon. So I absolutely recommend this movie. I think it's so much fun that you definitely need to put this on the top of your list.
Mama duck said quack, 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 but none of the little ducks came back.
Surrogate is a 2022 Australian supernatural horror movie. Directed by David Willing and written by Willing and Beth Keane. It stars Kessie Marassi and Jane Badler. The story's about a single mother and nurse, Natalie, who falls mysteriously ill and struggles to keep her family from being destroyed.
So what happened to me?
Honestly, we're not sure.
Can't find any other cases like mine in any of the medical journals.
So I have a lot of you guys recommending me movies all the time, and someone recently recommended this movie. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I kind of add them to a list. They were like, it's on Tubi. I'm like, all right. And then I got an email and realized that this person recommending this was actually the director, David Willing. And I honestly didn't even respond because I'm never going to tell you guys, hey, I'll review your movie or your project, because I'm not guaranteeing anything. And if I do, I got to be honest. And if it's one I don't recommend, then I'm not going to put it on one of these lists because I don't think it's one to recommend to you guys. But I decided, what the hell, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to tell them if I'm going to recommend it or nothing. I'm just going to watch it and see what I think. And I was absolutely shocked because it's not a little trashy movie by any means. This is a legit movie with really quality acting. It's well performed in every way. It looks fantastic. The directing is absolutely superb. The pacing is good. It's just a really quality movie, well written. It's just very creepy and disturbing and really gets under your skin. Is it a game changer? No. It is a very small movie, but it doesn't have that really micro budget feel about it. Like a lot of these micro budget movies you see, there's just so many glaring issues throughout that it continually takes you out of the movie. This doesn't do that. There are a few little things that do show its budget restraints, but nothing that takes you out of the movie, nothing that ruins it by any means. This is a solid little movie that's perfect for anyone who enjoys spooky, ghosty, haunted type of supernatural movies. So I definitely recommend you give this movie some love.
He knows if you've been bad or good. doesn't give up. Rare Exports.
Rare Exports is a 2010 Finnish fantasy horror movie. Directed by Jomari Helander and stars Omni Tomula, Jorma Tomula, and Tommy Corpella. The story's about a group of people who discover the dark, mysterious secrets behind Santa Claus.
This mountain is like a giant icebox.
For storing what?
Drill deeper. Prepare the dynamite. You have a grave to rob.
So I've been in love with this movie for many years now. I think it's an absolutely perfect holiday movie. But it's one of those rare ones that is definitely holiday related, but it does such a good job of being creepy and disturbing and twisted that you can watch this any time of year. But at the same time, it still feels very holiday, and it definitely is a Christmas season movie. But the way Santa Claus is portrayed in this, and the whole story and mythos and everything behind it is so much fun, so fascinating, just such a fresh take on it all that it's a must see. This is a movie that I've heard over the years has started to grow a cult following, but still not nearly enough people know about it, and I think that really needs to change because this is one that you most definitely need to check out this time of year. So do yourself a favor, grab some hot cocoa, some candy canes, and enjoy! I want to give a massive, huge, enormous thank you to my patrons, to the Ghost Pirate Army, because you guys absolutely mean so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about how to become part of the Ghost Pirate crew, there's a link down in the description. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember, guys, horror can be fun! If you enjoyed this, click right here for 10 more recommendations, and I'll see you guys in the next video.